Had a good bit of rainfall yesterday. Now nice blue skies. Have a north wind that's going to keep us cool for today. The temperature is returning to average as we head into the middle of the work week.
This morning on DC News Now, longtime Orioles owner Peter Angelos dies at 94 years old. His legacy after fighting to keep the O's in Charm City. And justice for Jane Doe, the D.C. woman now identified in a 25-year-old cold case in Maryland. The details we're learning. Plus, Virginia firefighters getting an assist from the rain. An update on the fires still raging in the Shenandoah Valley.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good morning. You're watching DC News Now. The time now is 7:59 a.m. I'm Haley Mylon. We'll get to our top stories in just a few minutes. But first, Derek Bowen taking a look at the weather. Derek, it looks like the sun is shining at the very least.
The sun is shining, but you can see the camera moving up and down just a little bit. We have a bunch of those northerly winds out there, and the mercury this morning's only sitting at 35 at Reagan right now. It is awfully chilly out and about, so bundle up if you're heading out to see the cherry blossoms for today. Temperatures near the freezing point towards Philly as well as New York. Very cold, 18 degrees in Buffalo, New York, and seeing even single digits in upstate New York. Definitely very frigid after they saw a little bit of snowfall yesterday. And that snowfall has now gone off the coast, and now we're seeing, of course, those clouds clearing about the area. It's going to be a nice sunny day for today, but we still have the influence of northerly winds, which will keep us on to the cooler side rather than not. All of us see about a good inch of rainfall or so. Some areas along the I-95 saw nearly 2 to 3 inches in some locations, especially along the eastern shore, seeing, of course, a good bit of rainfall for many of us, especially here back towards the Shenandoah Valley, which we've had those forest fires over the past couple of days. That was some welcome relief there. Back to upstate New York, where we saw over a foot of snow in some locations. Even Buffalo caught in on the action, just staying under a foot. Other than that, some areas back up in towards New England saw up to 2 feet of snowfall. Definitely seeing a much needed snowfall there for the snowpack. As we head into this week, no snowfall in our forecast. Temperatures bouncing up into the 50s, if not 60s.
Derek, thank you. Our top story this morning, police in Prince William County say they've arrested a man in Newport News in connection to a murder of a Woodbridge woman. Police say family members of 30-year-old Tatiana Cooks grew concerned over her welfare after she didn't pick up her child from daycare. Police learned the woman's car was being driven by an acquaintance, that's 28-year-old Brendan White, who was later identified as the suspect in the city of Newport News. Then, while police were investigating in the area where the woman lives on Stevenson Court, they found a trash collection truck where her body was later found. The investigation indicated White was involved in Cook's death. Now he's charged with her murder. Police in Prince George's County say they've identified one of the suspects in connection to a deadly shooting outside of a Subway restaurant on Silver Hill Road in District Heights last week. They've issued a warrant for 22-year-old Raheem Hawkins Bozeman of Silver Spring. This video that you're watching shows Hawkins Bozeman and another suspect ordering from that Subway just minutes earlier. Police are charging him with first-degree murder in relation to that shooting that left 27-year-old Jessica Somerville of Suitland dead. Anyone with information should call police. And police in Prince William County say a man is dead after being shot yesterday morning. Officials say it happened at a business on Possum Point Road in Dumfries. Officers say a fight took place near where police found a man who'd been shot. The man died at the hospital. He was identified as 38-year-old Carvel Williams of Warrenton. Police say they don't believe this was a random shooting. Justice for Jane Doe. That's what the family of a D.C. woman wants after the body of a beloved sister, daughter, niece, aunt, and friend was found in a field. Maryland investigators say Laquanda Williams' body was discovered more than 25 years ago. DC News Now's Dave Laval reports after a forensic discovery, investigators are hoping to catch a killer.
Charles County Sheriff's investigators finally know the name of the woman whose body they found not far from here way back in 1998. Now the hunt is on for the person who killed Laquanda Williams. Call it a cold case, partially solved. The woman in this sketch is said to be Laquanda Williams. Charles County Sheriff's investigators say the 31-year-old lived in Southeast D.C. at the time she vanished in 1998. Investigators found a body in a field near Irving Road and Route 301 in Belle Alton June 18th of that year. They could not identify her. However, a tip to investigators shortly after the 25th anniversary of Williams' disappearance provided the lead they needed. A DNA sample from a relative confirmed the woman's identity last October 25th as Williams, better known to family and friends as Niecy. A statement from her family expressed both sadness and being grateful for a step closer to solving the case, and added, quote, "She was a compassionate giver who always served others with a smile. Though cut short, her life was a testament of grace and perseverance." Investigators say they're pursuing leads as a reward of up to $10,000 is offered for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of Niecy's killer. Anyone with information regarding the death of Laquanda Williams is asked to contact Charles County Sheriff's investigators. Dave Laval, DC News Now.
Dave, thank you. As that family looks for closure. Meanwhile, in the district, people leaving makeshift memorials outside of the Russian embassy in Northwest tonight. That's following yesterday's mass shooting just outside of Moscow. Officials say at least 133 people were killed at a concert hall, the deadliest attack in Russia in years. Russian officials continue investigating after detaining 11 suspects. ISIS is claiming responsibility for the attack. DC Fire and EMS battled a large trash fire on Friday night at a waste disposal station. Officials responded to the blaze on John McCormack Road in Northeast DC near the Fort Totten Metro Station. Officials say the fire didn't impact any nearby structures and no injuries have been reported. And in Virginia, state officials say fire crews battling wildfires in Virginia's Shenandoah Valley are getting an assist from the rain and from the state government. Yesterday, Governor Glenn Youngkin announced the state is sending more resources, including fuel, food, and additional volunteer firefighters. The Virginia Department of Forestry says the rain has helped, but several fires are still burning. No injuries or deaths have been reported since the blazes started on Wednesday. President Joe Biden signed a $1.2 trillion spending package yesterday, just hours after Congress passed the long overdue legislation, ending the threat of a partial government shutdown. In a statement, the president called the deal a compromise and that it represents good news for the American people, expanding investments into child care, cancer research, and that it helps secure the southern border while rejecting Republican tax cuts. It took Congress 6 months to get into the current budget year to finish the funding. That process slowed down by conservatives pushing for more policy mandates and steeper spending cuts than the Democratic-led Senate or White House would consider. Longtime Baltimore Orioles owner Peter Angelos has died at the age of 94 after battling illness for several years. That, according to his family. The Angelos family said that the late owner passed away early yesterday morning after being ill for the past several years. The family is currently in the process of selling the baseball franchise to a group led by Carlyle Group Incorporated co-founder David Rubenstein. Well, it's the first weekend of DC's Cherry Blossom Festival. Yesterday marked the official beginning to the ceremony at the Warner Theater. The ceremony celebrates Japan's gift of the trees back in 1912, highlighting artists with ties to both countries. The music and dances celebrate the long-standing friendship between Japan and the U.S. The festival has plenty more to offer you in coming weeks, including art festivals, block parties, and road races. Check out our website, dcnewsnow.com, for the latest events. Speaking of cherry blossoms, Derek Bowen, a lot of cherry blossom lovers are waiting for your report this morning. How's the Sunday afternoon looking?
Sunday afternoon is looking at least slightly a bit better than yesterday per se, with all the rainfall that we had. Good soaking rain, about an inch and a half in some locations. Today, we're looking at, of course, sunshine, but at the same time, it will be a little bit on the chillier side. We're looking at a high temperature around 50, around the half-century mark, which is going to be just shy of our average high for this time of year. It's going to be relatively chilly, so be sure to get out there and bundle up by all means. Temperatures today only into the 40s and 50s, but with the winds, it will feel more as if it were into the 30s and 40s throughout most of the day. So be sure to have the jacket before you head out and about the area this morning as we head in towards today. Going into this week, though, temperatures are going to be warming on up. More details about our next weather maker coming up.